One of the major objectives of the new Companies Ordinance is to enhance corporate governance. Apparently, this is desirable for Hong Kong as an international financial center. But on the other hand, it means that directors are now much more exposed. It is imposed a greater degree of liability and also responsibility. Take reduction of capital as an example. Under the new law, there are quite a number of things that the company can do. The law has been relaxed, like reduction of capital. But what is the precondition is that the new law requires the directors to stand behind the process. That means it requires the directors to confirm the solvency status of the company. So what does that mean to a director? It means that company, it has to opine on the solvency status, and at the same time, if he has made an untrue statement or without reasonable ground in making the solvency statement, he might have criminal liability, so he may be personally liable. This is something that a director should watch out for. Another example is in relation to financial reporting. Under the new law, there are many more requirements in terms of financial reporting, disclosing the company's affairs and status. And in the annual director's report, directors are required to incorporate a business review. This is very different from the practice before. Before the NCO, what is required to be reported in the financial statement largely were historical factors, what happened in the past financial period. The requirement of business review under the new law is that directors would need to comment on the major risk of the company. It is required to be a forward-looking and analytical statement, analytical report of how the company is being managed, what is the status of affairs of the company. So it would include to what extent the company complies with all applicable law and its relationship with all the counterparties, any important things that has happened after the financial period. So all these things, they are new, and we can see that directors are under more responsibility to report and to provide transparency of the company to the investors. In relation to solvency confirmation, solvency statement, our recommendation is that a director, before you are asked to sign to confirm the solvency status of a company, we would suggest the director to really firstly ask for the audited accounts of the company, and only to opine on solvency after you are happy with the solvency status of the company based on audited accounts, because it's important to get professionals to give you a reasonable ground to conduct a proper review of the company. This is the first thing, and talk to your CFO, the financial controller, and also the business people. Reason being, when a director needs to opine on the solvency status of the company, we have two reference point of time. The director will need to confirm that at this point of time, for example, reduction of capital, the company is solvent. And also, 12 months down the road, the company will also be solvent. Under the new law, what we talk about solvency is whether the company is able to pay its debts. So it's basically a cash flow test. So this is something that we would suggest the directors to do, because the criminal liability kicks in when the director does not have reasonable ground when it makes a solvency confirmation. So if you get auditors to provide you with financial statement, you have spoken to your CFO, your business people to understand your company. So you have a reason to say that when you're being challenged, whether you have reasonable grounds to confirm the solvency, you will be able to induce all these evidence.